Have you ever snorted blow up your butt? I haven't either, but I imagine it's pretty close to what it was like watching Paranoia tapes. It's been a while since I've watched a movie that literally gave me whiplash from how all over the place it was, but here we are. So, Paranoia tapes is basically the same concept as the VHS franchise, but with a fraction of the budget. But whereas VHS's shorts feel like small movies placed inside a larger narrative, Paranoia tapes feels like a bunch of YouTube skits that are stitched together with no consistency at all. I mean, the first 3.5 minutes of this thing equates to a rap music video, so any attempt at trying to make this seem realistic is immediately tossed out the window.
Paranoia, I'll destroy ya. Don't trust anybody but your lawyer. They want to hold ya, don't know the new you. Don't matter who's who, I feel it bursting through his paranoia.
Because like the whole overarching plot here is that there's some dude who's going through his dad's VHS or Betamax collection, whatever it was, because he was investigating something and then he went missing. But what you're telling me is that in between explaining to us what we're watching and then eventually losing his own mind, he had the time to throw in a rap number? Fucking okay. The biggest issue I have with this movie, aside from some of the, questionable acting...
Alright bitches, it's working. Thank God my daddy got me this new phone. It's not even out in the market yet. Gotta love those Japanese fuckers.
Good, Blanca. Way to make the rest of us feel like shit.
Is the lack of consistency. It's very clear that these shorts were directed by different people, but I really don't think an overall plan was drafted before these were put together. I mean, the first short is the only one that actually looks and feels like it was shot on the format that it's supposed to be shot on. This looks like 1997. There's no real plot here, though. Some chick in class says she's gonna kill someone in front of the class, and then these monkey brain geniuses decide to bully that same chick, and oh no! Why in God's name would you prank the chick that said she was gonna kill someone? That's like picking on the quiet kid in class and then throwing on a surprised Pikachu face when he suddenly pulls out his backpack and you all end up on the news. There's one where a chick like beats her boyfriend with a baseball bat, but his reaction to it is hilarious.
What the fuck?
And then there's another one where this guy walks in on his brother working on a pipe bomb in the garage and he's just like,
"Hey, what you working on?"
Huh?
What you working on?
Pipe bomb?
Okay. I made mac. Come on in and eat.
This was probably my favorite of the shorts, because when this idiot picks up the pipe bomb bag and smacks the ground with it, I laughed my ass off at just how dumb that was.
You owe us. Not good, Buster,
There's one where these teenagers are trying to track down a killer who records his victims, and aside from the fact that the entire short has this annoying filter over the screen, which is something cameras don't actually record, by the way, I feel like it would have made more sense for this to have been the plot that connects the whole thing together. It makes more sense than a chick coming into a dude's house with a camera, him saying this shit to her.
Well, yeah, I want to show you how to work it. Do you know how to work that thing?
Yeah, only if you bring your sister over.
My sister can't come. She's with her boyfriend or...
Oh, she's gonna
Play for
come,
the week
alright.
or whatever.
She's gonna come, alright, baby. Oh, yeah.
And her still coming in the house. If some creepy dude asked me to come over to watch videotapes and then immediately said that, I would have been out the fucking door. Bro would have been on the #1 post on r/let's not meet. It's hard to feel bad for these people when they die, man. And any attempt at a semblance of realism that kind of might have been in here gets tossed out the window when you throw in a Slender Man short into your movie in 2017. I think you might have missed that window of opportunity. Here's the thing, when it comes to found footage movies, you really only have two options. It either has to be exciting and visceral, you know, shit like Cloverfield, Hardcore Henry, or it needs to be genuinely terrifying and unsettling, like Blair Witch, Wreck, Lake Mungo, the first Paranormal Activity. Paranoia Tapes doesn't really fall into either of those categories. There are times where it almost reaches levels of unease, in particular the abandoned church short that feels like a YouTube ghost hunting video, but it never quite reaches it. Throughout that entire section, I just kept thinking, man, it'd be cool if they tossed in a subtle scare there, or there, maybe there, but they don't. There's always like a cliched jump scare or a bad editing choice or something that just takes you out of the moment. The concept as a whole obviously has a ton of potential. There's a reason the VHS franchise exists in the first place. You can do a lot with the concept. But shit, man, I don't know. There's like 10 of these things, so maybe they got better. I don't know. And I want to give a quick shout out to the filmmaker himself, Jack Hunter, who is one of my patrons and offered up his own movie like a sacrificial lamb for me to cover, knowing full well my style of content and that I was going to probably tear into it. My advice for future installments would be simple: plan out the big picture of the film more, keep it consistent, and rather than shoving in a ton of like mediocre shorts, focus on a select few. Quality over quantity, my friend. Maybe this has already happened in the sequels. Like I said, I haven't seen them. I don't know.